Got them on a subbing game here, Jonathan. We'll see. They had a numbers advantage, and the Bulldogs get in.
Ben Mayer. Ohio State 5-game win streak since their debut loss to Utah. Now 7 games in a row at home. And their first road test will be a doozy against #1 Notre Dame next week. Here's up top, a good shot there, and the first goal of the game, Ryan Donnery.
The grad student from Quinnipiac with his hands free. That's a pretty dangerous situation for the Bulldogs, as we see here in the replay. He's got a one-on-none look, and there's not too many goalies in the country that will have a chance of making that save.
Point blank range almost from Donnery. They love him on the left side, just a steady hand over there, but able to find anyone open, and that's going to be a test for this Bryant team coming off of back-to-back wins at Merrimack, at Quinnipiac.
Coach Myers in the offensive.
And that's what Bryant, they were raving about the Ohio State defense, having to prepare for it, how tough it's been. And then if you talk to Ohio State, they point out all the flaws in their defense. As a turnover, and here comes Bryant in transition. Nick Vance dumps it off. A wind-up from the long stick of Drew Lucas pushes away. Now the Full Sail changes too. Lonsinger. Elmala.
Bulldogs putting a freshman out left and right. You're going to see a lot of young guys getting some playing time on this offense, and that might have something to do with the rhythm.
Russell
hey.
Ties it up.
Brian Russell, 7th goal of the season. Going to get a little replay. They get the big little pick up top here, Jonathan, and that really, they want to keep those matchups. They certainly don't want to switch there if they don't have to, but that angle is so tough because it allows Russell to get.
All the offensive players have gotten 25,000 extra reps, and just because every practice, their new captain, Brian Russell, challenged the team, and they listened to him. They'd only been there for a couple of weeks at that point.
Yeah, some guys will, the leadership doesn't hide very long. You know, they settle in, get the lay of the land, and they kind of figure out where they fit in with the program. But looks like Bryant's going to hold, but their shot clock.
Lathrop, that one claimed by Fyock.
Yeah,
12 seconds to work with. Longermeyer, shot scored!
Yeah, we're going to.
He might go to the box, too.
Yeah, Longermeyer was, not only did he score the goal, but he did a bench press here and on a Bulldog. And he's going to go to the penalty box for that one. And they're going to start off man down going into the second period. But they took the goal. Coach Myers is trying to figure out what happened, but I think if we saw the replay, it's pretty apparent what happened. Ground and kept them in this game to 2-1. And the only good thing that's come out of giving up that goal is, you know, the penalty, that self-inflicted wound here by the Buckeyes. The little physical celebration has led to the man-up opportunity here that we're going to start off the second quarter with.
Lonsinger, Riley. Max D'Antona, number 36 in black. Part of that second midfield unit, has the ball now. He's also one of the face-off guys for Bryant. He moonlights as it. Chance inside, not much on it. There's Riley. We're tied again.
Dawson Riley doing what he does best, scoring goals. Right place, right time in this scenario.
Tell you, Bryant, they have now scored 7 times in the man-up. That's 75% of the time they're in a man-up scenario. They capitalize.
Defense did a great job of collapsing on the ball on the crease. However, the deflected pass just ends up in the hands.
With all these new players, you have to hold them to a high standard, but also afford the players to make mistakes and learn from them. to let them grow as a team, and so they saw good cohesion afterwards, and some the offensive output against Merrimack and Quinnipiac was outstanding. Now here they are in a dogfight against the Buckeyes here in the first half.
Did you throw in dogfight there?
You know what? I believe I did, Bear. Worked it in. That one works a little bit wide off the stick of Griffin Turner. Marnier, flag down. Advantage played by Ohio State. Marnier. He likes it from that spot. They dump it behind to Haas. Dissuaded by Lucas. Marnier scores! Matter of time, Bear.
He changed it up a little bit. He has been shooting low to high and tight, and he's been getting he's been getting Einerson to drop down, and he's been hitting him. This time, as you can see in the replay, he drops his hands, but he stays high to high, and he goes over his shoulder. So this is a little bit of a chess match between the shooter and the goalie. You know, the goalie starts to feel a rhythm of a shooter, and if the shooter doesn't change it up, it's like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over, looking for a different.
Ends up in Fayok's stick.
Yeah, Lathrop got himself in a position where there wasn't a lot of angle, and easy save and going the Buckeye way.
Johnny Cool on him, and then Greg Longermeyer, he cleaned him out. Liam White. Being shadowed by Spencer Clark, one of the short sticks trying to break into the rotation for Bryant. O'Leary began his collegiate journey at UMass, and he scored. The left-handed slasher found his way home, 8th goal of the year.
Yeah, Einerson really felt like he made this save. You could see he thought he was probably sitting on the ball the way that he was reacting to the shot. You can tell here on the replay with the swim move right there. We call it a swim move.
Some almost point guard. That pass sails away, easily plucked up by Fayok.
Ohio State always a tough riding team. They do a nice job of taking away outlets and forcing goalies on pulls to make tough decisions and forcing it into, like what we just saw, forcing it into a guy that's covered. Only one way to beat it, and that's getting it up and out. You have to make that save. You have to have guys racing to corners and really getting the ball out of your stick.
Here's Haas. Donnery scores again. Second of the day for Ryan Donnery. Set up by Garrett Haas.
Haas has some luxuries here, Jonathan. He has the ability to go to his left, and if he draws a slide, he's got Donnery. If he goes to his right, he's got Marinette, and it's all by design. See how they have two guys slide, which is not ideal. It's a miscommunication. They can draw a turnover.
Ohio State was expecting them to switch up their defense. The question is, how will Ohio State adjust to it? Bryant wanting to be multiple in their defensive looks. And Alexander making it very difficult on Ohio State. Ground ball is claimed by Tanner Alexander, one of the 3 captains for the Bulldogs. Now here's Monaco. We highlighted him on the defensive end earlier in the game. Lucas gives it up, and a goal from the top. Nick Vance from distance.
Yeah, the grad student from Denison, the transfer, comes in, gets a big goal for the Bulldogs. I mean, honestly, the gamble to go to the zone works out for the Bulldogs. You know, the Buckeyes were stifled. They still had 25 seconds left.
Moment, and then pouncing all over him, Bobby Van Buren, and that's like trying to pass the Great Wall.
Yeah, Bobby doing Bobby-type things. Bench pressing dudes, putting the ball on the ground, and getting the ball back in his offensive hands.
Allen gets it out of some trouble. And here's Liam White. Shane O'Leary. Pressured by Spencer Clark. O'Leary slips by, finds Haas. Marinier scores for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he went back to the bank on this one. He went high to high. Catches Scott Einerson just dipping a little bit, as we'll see in the replay. Good job dodging one side of the field, getting the defense moving, get his hands free. And one thing,
Haas, who has 4 assists so far. Haas, interesting fella, grew up in Texas, family moved to Utah, and then like a lot of Mormon athletes have to decide if they want to do a mission, when they want to take it. He took it out of high school. Went to South Africa for 2 years. Didn't have any contact with Ohio State during that time except for a sparing email every once in a while. And then he came back to Ohio State last year, had to get the rust off, and that rust is no longer there at all. As a goal for the Buckeyes, Liam White.
Liam White, the freshman out of Boys Latin High School, capitalizes off all the motion on the other side of the field, draws all the defense over there, and he gets his hands free. The Buckeyes have done a great job of that today.
Hey, Buckeyes fighting Irish in South Bend.
Well, the Bulldogs come out with a big little play and try to skip it down, but no dice.
It just feels like there's a throwaway, given right back to Bryant.
Yeah, they saw the 10-man ride. They pulled the goalie and they tried to shoot for the score, and
Russell gets it.
The gamble paid off, is what I'm saying. Like the Buckeyes saw an empty net, and of course, you got to challenge that. If you throw it down there and you make it, obviously goal, great. If you don't make it, you can back up the shot. But the worst case scenario happens.
It's just that.
Yeah, it's going to come off the field so they can get the hands team out here.
A lot of subbing going on. This is critical juncture for Bryant. Down 3, under 3 minutes to go. Elmala.
You let the freshman cook here, I guess.
Well, that's something that Brad Ross was saying, the head coach for Bryant, was that trying to let the younger players get room to learn and grow, and they get in some crunch time now. Tom Sheck off the screen. Nice move. Scores for Bryant. 2 unanswered by the Bulldogs. Question is it too late? Too little too late. Right now they're down 2, and there's still plenty of time for them.
Wow, a little excitement here for us. Wake everybody up in the stands.